Welcome to the Riverside High School graduation exercises here at the Martin County Auditorium. This is a serious and dignified ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from yelling or making noises that will detract from the graduation ceremony. Persons who disrupt or detract from the graduation ceremony will be escorted out by law enforcement and may be subject to legal charges for disruption. Thank you. We also ask that you please silence your cell phone and any other electronic devices during the ceremony so that it may be enjoyed by all. Again, welcome to the Riverside High School graduation ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation. Welcome to the Riverside High School graduation exercises here at the Martin County Auditorium. This is a serious and dignified ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please refrain from yelling or making noises that will detract from the graduation ceremony. Persons who disrupt or detract from the graduation ceremony will be escorted out by law enforcement and may be subject to legal charges for disruption. Thank you. We also ask that you please silence your cell phone and any other electronic devices during the ceremony so that it may be enjoyed by all. Again, welcome to the Riverside High School graduation ceremony. Thank you for your cooperation.
Please remain seated for the processional of the class of 2017. Thank you. you please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of the colors by the Martin County JROTC and remain standing for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Color guard. Halt. Left. Face. Freezing. Arm. Right. Face. Forward. March.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Oh. Welcome and thank you for your attendance tonight on this very special occasion at Riverside High School. It is our wish that this graduation ceremony will be a day that you and our graduates will remember for a lifetime. This graduation ceremony is a dignified service, and we request that you give respect to our graduates and their families by making sure that all students' names are heard and celebrated equally. Please refrain from any outbursts during the presentation of diplomas. At the end of the diploma presentation, we will congratulate and applaud our seniors together. Officers are standing by to escort people from the auditorium who disrupt the ceremony in any way. We will now have opening remarks given by Ms. Maya Parker, President of the Riverside High School Student Government Association.
Good evening and welcome to the Riverside High School Class of 2017's graduation ceremony. I would like to start by welcoming the members of the Martin County Board of Education who could be here in attendance tonight and thanking them for their constant dedication and contribution that they make to the education of Martin County students. I'd also like to thank our other guests for coming tonight. Family, friends, co-workers, whoever you are and wherever you come from, we love you so much and we appreciate you coming out here and celebrating such a special event. I would also like to extend a special thanks to the faculty and staff who are here tonight. As much as we didn't always appreciate those lunch detentions for first period tardies and uniform write-ups for yoga pants and joggers, even if we didn't want to admit it, we wouldn't be up here without you, so thank you. Finally, I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2017 sitting behind me. We made it, we're done, we're out of here, finally. We survived the study island quizzes, the 11:59 Blackboard due dates, the senior paper, and for people like me, the run-in part of the exam freshman year in health and PE. Regardless of the obstacles, we survived, and finally we're here on this stage to celebrate the incredible accomplishment of graduating. Even though this special chapter is ending, I would just like to say I've had a great time spending the last 4 years of my life with y'all. And if I never get to see y'all again, I wish you all the luck in the world. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2017. We did it.
Please welcome Branson Rogers, who will be recognizing the special guests we have in the audience tonight.
I would like to extend a special welcome to Mrs. Susan Peel, Director of Elementary Education, Mr. Clay Wagner, Director of Student Services, Sharon Kenyon, Director of Child Nutrition, Mrs. Karen Rogerson, Head of Finance, Ms. Clara Banks, Executive Assistant to the Superintendent. We would also like to welcome our Board of Education members who are also present today, Mr. Van Heath and Mr. Russ Ayers. And we would also like to welcome our County Commissioner, Vice Chairman, Mr. Tommy Bowen, and Williamson's Mayor Joyce Richard Brown. Riverside High School Advisory Board members, Mr. James Ward and Mr. Brian Ward. We would also like to welcome the President of Riverside High School Sports Club, Mr. Doug Baker. Thank you for joining us tonight for this special occasion, and thank you for the work that you do for our community and school. Also, we would like to say thanks to our parents, grandparents, family members, teachers, and friends for joining us tonight for this special occasion. And we offer a special welcome and hello to those who are joining us live in the Riverside Gym or streaming live over the internet. Thank you for your commitment to our graduates.
Honor graduates must have a weighted GPA of 3.7 for all courses with no course failures during 4 years of high school, including final senior grades. These students are wearing a double gold cord to signify their accomplishment. Students, please come to the front of the stage to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all students' names have been called. Alexis Marie Young. Austin Jack Ward. Amy Tucker Ward. Garland Victor Thomas. Lauren Nicole Taylor. Claire Elizabeth Taylor. Gabe Ryan Stoneman. Branson Hunter Rogers. Brandon Keith Rogers. Davis Lomas Reason. Emma Rose Rayner. Karina Rakesh Patel. Maya Marinda Parker. Kiera Shantae Myrick. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Shayla Rachel McCrae. Brittany Antasia McCauley. Natasia Renee Locke. David Sung Lee. Isaiah Ernest Johnson. Desiree Alexis James. Teja Shay Holly. Chelsea Renee Gorganis. Kristen Nicole Green. Christopher Logan Forbes. Kinley Bray Bowen. Kennedy Lane Bembridge. Sydney Lee Anderson. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you. The criteria for a North Carolina Scholar are a 3.5 unweighted cumulative GPA and meeting or exceeding of the North Carolina graduation requirements for students attending a four-year college or university. North Carolina Scholars will receive a gold seal to place on their diploma. Please come to the front of the stage to receive your pin. Please hold all applause until all names have been called. Alexis Marie Young. Amy Tucker Ward. Garland Victor Thomas. Claire Elizabeth Taylor. Gabe Ryan Stolman. Branson Hunter Rogers. Emma Rose Rayner. Krina Rakesh Patel. Maya Marinda Parker. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Shayla Rachel McCrae. Brittany Antasia McCauley. Desiree Alexis James. Tisha Shea Holly. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you.
President's Award for Educational Excellence. At this time, we will recognize our President's Award for Educational Excellence. The criteria for this award are a 3.5 unweighted cumulative GPA and the meeting of or exceeding of the North Carolina graduation requirements for students attending a four-year college. Students must also make a qualifying score on the SAT or ACT. These students will receive a certificate presented by Mr. Matthews. Please come forward when I call your name and remain standing at the front of the stage. Please hold all applause until all names are called. Alexis Marie Young. Amy Tucker Ward. Garland Victor Thomas. Claire Elizabeth Taylor. Gabe Ryan Stolman. Branson Hunter Rogers. Krina Rakesh Patel. Maya Miranda Parker. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Shayla Rachel McCrae. Desiree Alexis James. Please join me in a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. Students that are eligible for National Honor Society are inducted in their junior year. The student must demonstrate leadership and good character as well as strong involvement in service to the school and community. A weighted GPA of 3.5 is required. Please stand when your name is called and please remain standing. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Alexis Marie Young. Austin Jack Ward. Amy Tucker Ward. Garland Victor Thomas. Lauren Nicole Taylor. Claire Elizabeth Taylor. Gabe Ryan Stolman. Branson Hunter Rogers. Brandon Keith Rogers. Davis Lomas Reason. Emma Rose Rayner. Hannah Alexis Pippin. Krina Rakesh Patel. Maya Mirinda Parker. Kiera Shante Myrick. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Matthew Sean Mebin. Shayla Rachel McCrae. Brittany Antasia McCauley. Desiree Alexis James. Tisha Shay Holly. Frederick Lewis Hardison. Chelsea Renee Gerganis. Leanna Nicole Groover. Kristen Nicole Green. Christopher Logan Forbes. Kimberlyn Harley Cannon. Sydney Lee Anderson. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated.
Students that are eligible for the Beta Club are inducted in their freshman year. The student must maintain an unweighted 3.25 GPA. The student must demonstrate leadership and be involved in service at the school and in the community. Please stand when your name is called, and please remain standing. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Jordan Markel Spruill. Kayla Danielle Jones. Thank you. We also have students who have committed to serving our country in one of the 5 branches of the United States military. We would like to recognize these inspiring patriots at this time. Please stand when your name is called, and please remain standing. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Alexander Moore, Jr., the United States Marines. Jacob Howard, the United States Marines. Alexandria Reddick, the U.S. Army. Diavion Speller, the United States Air Force. Thank you. It is my honor and privilege to announce the salutatorian for the 2016-2017 school year, Claire Elizabeth Taylor. The child of Lucy and Roy Taylor, Claire has strung together a truly outstanding 4-year career at Riverside High School. Academics, athletics, extracurricular pursuits, and volunteering are just some components that comprised her amazing tenure as a Riverside Knight. Claire's grade point average over her last 4 years has equated to 4.6912. One of the highest Riverside GPAs of all time. While achieving perfection in the classroom, Claire has also played volleyball in the fall, as well as softball in the spring, each of her 4 years at Riverside. Academic all-conference all 4 years, as well as athletic all-conference during her junior and senior year, solidified inspiring play on the court and in the field. Even while invested so heavily in academics and athletics, Claire also found time to volunteer a great deal of time at Memorial Baptist Church, where she worked with the preschool. She was a leader at Riverside as well, serving in the SGA all 4 years and serving as president of the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade classes. Claire was also a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and Health Occupation Students of America for all 4 years here at Riverside. In the future, Claire will be attending Beaufort Community College as she was recently accepted into the Ribbon Regionally Increasing Baccalaureate Nurses Program. After 2 years in Beaufort, she will ultimately continue her education at East Carolina University to receive her bachelor's in nursing. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for Riverside High School for the 2016-2017 school year, Miss Claire Elizabeth Taylor.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. I'm so honored to be standing here in front of you today with all of these graduates, and I could not be more proud of the accomplishments we have made over these last 4 years at Riverside High School. I want to start off by thanking our administration for the hard work and leadership they have put forth over the years to get us to where we are today. I also want to thank our teachers and staff for teaching us and believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. I want to thank our parents and family members for supporting and loving us throughout the last 18 years. I think it's safe to say I speak on behalf of the whole graduating senior class when I say we could have not made it this far without all of you and the support you all have given us over the years. Most importantly, I would like to thank God to getting me to this day and for all the doors He has opened up in my life throughout this year. I look forward to the future He has in store for me and all of you because He will always be by our sides. God says to be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified of them, for the Lord your God goes with you, and He will never leave you nor forsake you. Parents, I know that you're sitting here wondering where all the time has gone. It seems just like yesterday you were dropping us off for our first day of kindergarten, and now look at us, 12 years later, graduating. As you think of all our accomplishments, just know that you are a huge part in them, and you will continue to hold such an important place in our lives as we continue this new journey. Seniors, today is our graduation day. Today is the day our lives change as we know it. Change is not always a bad thing, as in this case, where it's one of the best changes that will ever happen to us. We are finally graduating from high school. Today is the day where we turn our eyes to the future and reminisce on the changes we have gone through over the past 4 years. Every year we have all changed, both physically and mentally. We have tackled the challenging school curriculum, and through that we became smarter, became better friends and supporters, and learned to work as an efficient team. These life lessons, changes, and experiences have shaped us into the people that we are today. We have all faced all of these challenges and will experience many more, but one thing we all need to remember is that we can cope with these changes, just as we will tomorrow morning when we wake up and the school is no longer a part of our everyday lives where we are all together. Tomorrow we look forward to this big change in our lives, and along with that will come many years of trying and tough times, full of regrets and failures, as well as much success and rewards. But always remember, graduates, change is the only constant in your life. Don't fear it, embrace it, because it very well might be the best thing that ever happened to you. Class of 2017, strive to do your best in whatever comes in the next chapter of your life. And remember, you must be the change that you wish to see in the world. I cannot wait to see what the future holds for us, because I know it will be very bright. Thank you.
I have the extreme honor and privilege to introduce our valedictorian for the graduating class of 2017, Miss Amy Ward. Has spent her entire scholastic career in Martin County Schools. Amy is president of HOSA, Future Health Professionals, vice president of the Interact Club, and treasurer of both the Student Government Association Executive Board and National Honor Society. She has worked as a veterinary assistant for the past 2 years and frequently tutored middle school students as well. Amy has participated in volleyball for 4 years, earning the Coaches Award her senior year. Amy was also a member of the track team for 2 years, earning the Coaches Award during her sophomore year. Being an active member at the First Christian Church of Williamston is very important to Amy, and her faith has helped guide her throughout her life. Amy has earned the honor of being named a Park Scholar for the class of 2021. The Park Scholarships Program brings phenomenal students to North Carolina State University based on outstanding accomplishments and potential in scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The Park Scholarship prepares students for lifelong contributions to the campus, state, nation, and world. Amy was one of 39 students chosen from over 2,150 applicants from 43 different states. Next year, she will be attending NC State University and majoring in animal science. Speaking as a state grad, I'm very proud that the valedictorian from Riverside High School is a future member of the Wolfpack. After college, Amy wants to be a veterinarian. She became valedictorian by having a 4.8182 GPA. The highest GPA for the class of 2017 and the highest GPA ever recorded at Riverside. This means that she made an A in every class that she attempted in high school, academic perfection. Finally, Amy is a role model for students and adults alike. She places the needs of others above her own. My admiration for her has grown throughout her high school career, and I consider it to be a privilege to have served as her principal during her time at Riverside High School. Amy Ward is the daughter of James and Vinya Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I present to you Riverside's 2017 valedictorian, Amy Ward. Congratulations. Okay, if you hold those. Got it. Great job. Congratulations. We're proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. Guard, and thank you to all of you. Well, class of 2017, we made it. It's hard to believe that I started kindergarten with most of you, and now we are graduating together as well. I don't know where the time went. I can honestly say that it has been a privilege to grow up with all of you. We have some crazy memories. I'll always remember Brooke Butler spilling a plate of chicken and pastry on her foot in the lunch line, it seeping through the holes on her Crocs, and her having to be wheeled in a chair because her foot got burnt so badly. I'll also never forget the app on David Rayner's phone, where we somehow figured out how to turn Miss Tadlock's projector on and off right in the middle of her presentations. But don't worry, teachers, we got caught. Eventually. Who could forget the famous rock fight at E.J. Hayes, where Trey Thomas's face ended up being a target? Or when Davis and I dressed up as an elderly couple for Spirit Week, and someone actually thought I was an old woman. Although I can't speak about any of the times some of our class had at Jamesville, I'm so glad to have experienced high school with all of you. I've been able to meet some of my best friends through our schools coming together, and it ended up being a true blessing to my high school experience. A lot of us have participated in intense sports games, successful band competitions, and/or school trips. Many have received awards and medals. Among us, we have future CEOs, nurses, farmers, lawyers, musicians, and so much more. I have no doubt that this group can do anything it sets its mind to. The class of 2017 is so talented. I could never draw like Sidney Carlisle, pitch a softball like Lauren Taylor, or play the piano like Davis Reason. I could never play football like Markel Freeman, or show horses like Brooke Butler. And my talent just happened to be boring old reading. I definitely do not stand before you as the best of the class of 2017, just one who has a knack for books and learning. Writing this speech allowed me to look back at how I became the student I am today. First and foremost, I have to thank God, for I know that Christ gives me strength, and through Him all things are possible. My family has also been a huge support for me. Mom, thank you for always motivating me and helping me with anything possible. You never let me settle for less than my best, and for that I am grateful. Dad, thank you for being a great softball and volleyball coach and reading with me every single night in primary school. Grandma and Granddaddy, thank you for all of the fun trips to the Dollar Tree where you'd let me buy anything, whether it was a can of dog food or a stuffed animal. I always had the best goodies when I walked out. And thank you, Granddaddy, especially, for always seeing my potential. Mimi and Pop, thank you for the hundreds of grilled cheeses, bird watching sessions, and rides to the river. I can't count the number of times that I've laughed until my stomach hurt on your porch. And to all of my family, thank you for all of the softball games, volleyball games, and ceremonies you attended for me. To my sisters, thank you for always being my two best friends that just happened to live 5 foot down the hall. And to Davis, I couldn't have survived high school without you. We'll see if I can get through college. And lastly, thank you to all of the faculty and staff. Your unending support and encouragement has made my high school experience unforgettable. You've helped me more than you know and given me the tools to be successful. So now, the real question, where do we go from here? We can no longer tell our student ID number and get lunch handed to us. We no longer have uniforms. We have no tardy bell, no attendance requirements. We're going into the real world. Who will we be when we step out of this school for the last time? What has high school taught us to prepare for our departure? I decided to share with you some tips for the real world that I have learned from our faculty here at Riverside High School. First, stay organized. Always have a plan and be prepared for anything. We can learn this from Mr. Guard, who carries around that little notebook everywhere he goes, so that he can write down any important information. Make sure you keep all of your dates and times straight so that you can be right on time to every event. Be kind. Remember that test you failed and a teacher decided to give you a curve or a second attempt? Miss Ward always offered to let students do test corrections. Give other people another chance too, because we have had many. Stay positive. Even if you had a rough day at school, remember Coach McGill always said, it's great to be a Riverside Knight. I'm not sure what you can say in your day-to-day life, but maybe you could just change it to say, it's just great to be me. Always apologize. If you've ever taken Miss Grimes's class, you know her iconic saying, so sorry, so sorry. She even says it when there's nothing to be sorry about. Most importantly, always be yourself. Mr. Hollis was never afraid to show off all of his Star Wars collectibles and posters in his classroom. He also taught us about Emerson, who said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. When we depart from this school for the last time, let us remember all of the good times and all of the things we learned here. Not only did we learn valuable things in the classroom, but we learned all about friendship, leadership, and character. And now, with all of this in mind, I think we are ready. Thank you.
At this time, we will have the presentation of diplomas. Joining me on stage are Mr. James Gard, Mr. Christopher Matthews, Mr. Clay Wagner, and Martin County Schools Board Member Van Heath. Please remember to give respect to our graduates and their families by making sure that all students' names are heard and celebrated equally. Please refrain from any outbursts during the presentation of diplomas. At the end of the diploma presentation, we will congratulate and celebrate our seniors together. Sydney Lee Anderson. Riley Ann Ainge. Samson Tripp Bagley. Phyllis Elise Barber. Kanasia Sinclair Bazemore. Jaasia Kwane Belcher. Dreana Nicole Bell. Logan Page Bell. Kennedy Lane Bembridge. Nikia Tajane Bennett. Rayana Kishay Best. Marquise Biggs. Robert Wilson Biggs. Jasmine Lynn Bland. Jacoby Bond. Genesis Mackenzie Bond. Kenley Bray Bowen. Eric O'Neill Brown II. Tejana Lene Bullock. Ariane Nashe Burns. Amanda Brooke Butler. Kimberlyn Harley Cannon. Sydney Rachel Carlisle. Tyler DeAndre Carr. Austin Wade Kleiser. Jackie William Cooper. Larry Curtis Cooper. Jameh Najee Council. Tanaja Desiree Council. Tiffany Sherelle Counts. Candace Nicole Davis. Montez Raymond Dickens. Brittany Nicole Dickerson. Coleman Douglas Edmondson. Dalton Lee Edwards. Christopher Logan Forbes. India Lou Frazier. Markel Rashawn Freeman. Christine Marie Gaynor. Derek J. Goss. Destiny Michelle Goss. Taikisha Nicole Gray. Kristen Nicole Green. Leanna Nicole Groover. Chelsea Renee Gerganis. John Robert Gerganis. Frederick Lewis Hardison. Trinity Zamara Harrell. Connor J. Harrison. Zykia Kenitra Harvey. Jakia Wane Hassel. Robin Michelle Hines. Tija Shay Holly. Aaron Jashawn Hollis. Jacob Alexander Howard. Jasmine Lakeisha Howard. Caitlin Elizabeth Ivy. Desiree Alexis James. Justin Montel James. Unit L. James Jr. Isaiah Ernest Johnson. Jonna Paige Jones. Kayla Danielle Jones. Erica Kristen Knox. William Dwayne LaRue Jr. Shondella Roder Lawrence. Kelvin Lewis Leary. Austin Miller Lee. David Sung Lee. Lance Robertson Leggett. Natasia Renee Locke. Tyler Ward Lucas. Dalen Virginia Manning. Kanisha Marika Marshall Gray. Erica Marie Matamoros. William Everett Matthews IV. Brittany Antasia McCauley. Shayla Rachel McCrae. Matthew Sean Mebane. Sheldon McKinley Mitchell. Alexander Moore, Jr. Ashley Marie Moore. Hannah Elizabeth Moore. Maya Jamise Moore. Jontrell Deshawn Moses. Kiera Shantae Myrick. Nicholas Garrett Odom. Maya Marinda Parker. Krina Rakesh Patel. Amani Marquay Pearsall. Taisha Michelle Pearsall. Grayson Faith Perry. Hannah Alexis Pippin. Shakira Samaya Purvis. Tanasia Kenyetta Rainey. David Mark Rayner. Emma Rose Rayner. Davis Lomas Reason. Alexandria Jamel Reddick. Shakaya Monet Reed. Caitlin Nicole Reynolds. Morgan Sky Robertson. Seth Aaron Robertson. Randy J. Rogers. Brandon Keith Rogers. Branson Hunter Rogers. Shaquanda Renee Rogers. Jessica Rogerson. Caesar Alexander Santorios. Donovan Kyleth Scott. Hannah Jasmine Silverthorne. Taylor Abigail Silverthorne. Jaishayla Kiema Smith. Tatiana R. Smith. Diavion R. Speller. Jordan Markel Spruill. Gabe Ryan Stolman. Jamie Bryant Styons. Jesse Tyler Tapley. Claire Elizabeth Taylor. Lauren Nicole Taylor. Jamar Laurel Thigpen. Garland Victor Thomas III. Javante Tile Thomas. Anquanche Nyasia Thompson. Amy Tucker Ward. Austin Jack Ward. Braxton Michael Warren. Kendall M. Wesson. Cameron Michael White. Trey W. Whitehurst. Ronavis Omar Whitfield, Jr. Joseph Clifton Wiggins III. Tonette Exaria Wiggins. Jaquan Antrell Williams. Kendall Christine Williams. Tamia Denise Williams. Kimberly Marche Winborn. Carmen Renee Woolard. Alexis Marie Young.
Now, SGA President Claire Taylor will come give the farewell to the graduating class of 2017.
Four years ago, we came to this school as freshmen, and now today we are graduating seniors. I know it seems cliche, but really, where has the time gone? Today, as the class of 2017, we stand face to face with our future. This used to seem so far away, but it's here and it starts today. It's been 4 long years since we first walked these halls at Riverside. Freshman year was our year of first and new beginnings. New friends, new school, new teachers, new everything. High school was this big, scary place for us, especially since most of us still believe that freshmen got thrown into trash cans. Little did we know that was the start of the best friends, the best school, the best teachers, and the best everything. As sophomore year approached, we went into the year thinking we knew it all. I mean, for good reason, considering we obviously did. If we were lucky, this was also the year where we thought we were smarter than we were because we finally got to do what we wanted when we wanted. Then to junior year, where the junioritis was worse than the senioritis could ever be. All we wanted was to be the top dogs in the school and then get out to college on our own. Then we finally made it to senior year, the year where we got to run the school. This was the year where the friendships got stronger and the times got tighter as we began to realize that this was our last year together. The memories and friendships we have made over the years at Riverside will definitely last us a lifetime, and it will be with us as we start our new journey in our lives. I couldn't be more thankful for all the laughs and tears that have come about during our time at Riverside. Finally, seniors, today is the day we are set free and get to chase our biggest dreams. My challenge to you is to reach your full potential and accomplish those dreams, because we are the future and the world is in our hands. So let's go make the most of it. Congratulations, class of 2017. We made it.
Chief Marshal, will you please present the Riverside High School class of 2017? Students, by the power vested me by the state of North Carolina, I now declare you Riverside High School graduates. You may turn your tassel. Will you please remain seated for the recessional of our graduates and special guests? Thank you.